Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka the Weather Gamer, bringing you update for Pokemon Sword and Shield from yesterday's E3. Just kind of my discussion about that. Oh god, my hair is all sorts of fogged up on that side. Anyways, we did get 2 new Pokemon revealed. We did get a new gym leader, which I'll talk about, and then there's also some unfortunate news that I will weigh in on as well. But yeah. So the first one we see here is Yamper, this little electric corgi, which there was a leak that has been talked about a ton. If you go back and look at it, it talks about Vamper or Pamper, an electric corgi, and they called Milo, and they actually got Dynamaxing, and they called actually see if I can just find it here real quick. Which leak was this? I think I'll find it this way. Yeah, this is the one I'm looking for. Pardon the internet being slow as balls. Well, that loads. So, an electric corgi, it's got Play Rough, Spark, Crunch, Wild Charge. Could be Electric Fairy, could be, in my mind, I'm hoping it's Electric Dark. That'd be kind of cool. Like, so, I was talking with someone yesterday. Let's see if either one of those does it. And I thought it'd be really cool if this thing was like maybe the base, maybe base or second form, I don't know. But starts like this, evolves, grows a second head, evolves again, grows a third head, and we get kind of like a Cerberus Pokemon. Sorry, I'm that way. There we go. We get like a Cerberus Pokemon. And then, okay, there we go, that's what I need. And then for it to become, like, yes, I know, Stoutland gets Play Rough and Crunch and that sort of thing, but this be our first Electric Dark, and have it be like a Cerberus, that'd be really, really cool, in my mind. So here's that screenshot I was talking about. Your rival is Hop, confirmed. Team Yell, we haven't seen anything about those two. Endorsement, we haven't seen. Don't know about that. The other legendary will be a wolf and have a shield main. Confirmed. Hold the sword like the Great Wolf Sith. Confirmed. Dynamaxing. Confirmed. Gigantamaxing. We have not seen yet. We'll see if that's confirmed, but at least Dynamax. Sonia is Leo's former rival. Check. Got Sonia and Leon. We haven't seen anything on that one. We might have the Chipmunk Pokemon revealed. That was this one on the shirt right here. And up here in the stands. So, potentially that is... potentially that one's correct. 4th gym is the first Fairy-type gym, which is wrong, because Gen 6, but... Milo, Nessa. So far, 2 out of the 4 gym leaders they've named are confirmed. Milo and Nessa. And again, this was done May 23rd, well before the Direct came out. These challenges, Milo has a herding sheep named Wooloo. Confirmed, Wooloo is a Pokemon. Pamper, maybe a translation issue. It's actually Yamper, Electric Corgi, which is an Electric Corgi. Nessa again being mentioned, so we have that. Transit system, go through the wild at times, an open biome where weather system and little pockets of wild Pokemon. Dynamax, We've seen the Dynamax. They showed us the weather system. They talked about nearby players and interact with them in the Direct. The camping hasn't been confirmed yet, but there's evidence to support it. This sums out about the no walking, but this league has so much credentials that it's got to be basically confirmed. Like, there might be some stuff, like the Giga Gigamaxing, that might be just extra info to make this not look like, hey, it's a direct leak, I'm just making some stuff up so I don't get caught if I get caught. So that might be, I mean, there's a few things that might be wrong, but it makes me believe that, like, this thing, Scorbunny being pure fire, Salazzle becoming Sobble, sorry, becoming Sizzle, and Inteleon makes sense. Grookey becoming a giant gorilla makes sense, which actually makes me think Grookey's like now my second favorite, because I have both copies pre-ordered, Sword and Shield, and the first playthrough, which will be on Twitch, will be with Sobble, unless its final evolution goes through the Primarina experience and becomes absolute trash. And then the YouTube one will probably be Grookey. But anyways, I just wanted to point out that this leak is pretty much a leak now. It's not a rumor, it's pretty much a leak. It's pretty well confirmed. But anyways, so we see Vampire here. Ball Fetch is a terrible ability. Like, it goes and retrieves the Pokeball if you miss on your first attempt. I think that's how it works. I'll check that here when I go to new abilities. I hate it. Really, really dumb. But it is what it is. We do get Impidimp here, which is a dark fairy type Pokemon. It looks like Sableye, but not as pointy. Assurance, Sucker Punch, Play Rough. We don't have its ability or anything. It's just part of the demo. Personal opinion here, and I know I'm going to catch flack for it. I don't care for Impidimp. It's too pink for me. Like, I'm not a fan of the color pink at all. Like, you know, it's not because I'm a dude and I just don't like pink. I really don't. Like, I love this purple. This purple is sick. I love the red ears. I love the demon pointy ears. Like, if it wasn't this shade of pink, I'd be okay. Like, a darker shade of pink, maybe I'd be okay, or I don't know. I don't like the pink. That's the problem. Its eyes also freak me out just a little bit. Those, like, beady little pupils. It's creepy. Okay, straight up, it's creepy. Scares me a little bit. I don't like it, but it doesn't mean I'm not looking forward to seeing it. And that's the first time we've gotten a dark fairy type as well. So that's one of those few, like, as far as I know, I don't think there's another dark fairy. Pretty sure Impidimp is the only one. That's right. When in doubt, go here. Yeah, there's no Dark Fairy. So this is one of the new combinations, which I really, really like. Here it is, Ball Fetch. If the Pokemon is not holding an item, it will fetch the Pokeball from the first failed throw of the battle. So basically, if you screw up on a throw, you get your ball back, your first ball back if you catch the thing. So I guess it's good for catching, but it's not good competitively. So, now the other thing, oh yeah, new characters. Let's go take a look at the gym later. Forgot about that. Not there. So Nessa is the water-type gym leader with Dynamax Dreadnought, which is really, really cool. very, very clean design. I like that there's a dive ball. Like, I do like that the NPCs get other balls. Like, I hate catching Pokemon in other balls, to be perfectly honest. Like, I like keeping every mon in a Pokeball, but that's just me. I'm weird. That's my collection. But, very good looking design for a gym leader. A lot better than Milo and his, like, child face. But, yeah, in the water gym, I do like the gym badges. Kind of call back to Gen 1 almost, because this looks a lot like the Earth badge that Giovanni gave. This looks a lot like the Cascade badge, just fatter and with that extra circle design. I do wonder then if Dreadnought is actually like a second stage evolution, or if it is just a single mon, because when they showed it in the Direct last week, I thought that Dreadnought might be like a Shieldon situation. This might be a pseudo or something, or something along those lines where it has a base. This looks like the second form, and then the final form, like that blade would extend and become a lot more tank. I don't know. I talked about that before, but anyways. Now, the other thing that came out of that announcement is that Pokemon Home, which is basically the new Pokebank, will only allow you to transfer Pokemon from old generations into the new generations if they're in the Galar Pokédex, because they don't have it coded to pick up Pokemon not in the Galar Dex. It's something to do with them switching graphics engines, obviously, from 3DS to this. Honestly, I am not happy about this, and I know a lot of people are wondering why I'm not happy about it. So, for me, I'm a collector. Every game that I've played through, before I started YouTube, when I'd play through them, I would take each mon, I'd catch one of every mon, I'd train it to level 100, give it movesets, all that, raise them, and have fun. And then, when the new generation came out, like, when you could go and do the Pokepark from Gen 3 to 4, I Pokeparked all my Pokemon up into Gen 4. So I'd have a complete living, and then I'd catch all the Gen 4 Mons, and I'd have a complete living Dex, as much as I could, because Gen 2 didn't have the ability to cross over from Gold, Silver, into Fire Red, Leaf Green. So I did get as many of the Gen 2 Mons through that, and cheat codes in Coliseum and XD to get some of the Johtos and all that. Then I transferred them up and caught all of them in Gen 4 and raised them and that. And then when Black and White came out, I transferred up there. And a lot of people forget that you could transfer in Black and White. You had to beat the Elite Four and do a whole bunch of post-game, and then you finally got that little, like, Pokeball archery type game where you could transfer them and move them forward. And there was no dex restriction. So then I had all of Gen 3, 4, 5, plus Gen 2 I finally was able to complete with Gold Silver, or remakes, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and did all that. Then we get to Gen 6 and Pokebank, and it took them, I believe, 5 months before Pokebank was live and active. Might have been 6, something like that. But then I was able to transfer all my mons from Gen 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up to Gen 6. And then, of course, we get Gen 7, and right away we couldn't transfer. It was, I believe, another 6, 7 months before they got Pokebank updated to allow you to transfer from 6 to 7. I know they're all running on the same graphics. Like Gen 6, Gen 7, they were running on the same engines, so it's a little bit easier to do. Now they're saying that you can't do it. Only mons that are available in the decks can be done with Pokemon Home, and I hate that because, one, it screws up competitive. Would you calm down, child? You've been fed already. You've gotten to go out. You're not starved. Go run around somewhere. it screws up competitive. Like, yeah, I'm sure we can adjust it, but depending on how many mons are there, draft leagues are going to suffer. Wi-Fi draft leagues in particular are going to suffer. Showdown will probably have a way to incorporate both Gen 8 and Gen 1 through 7 together. I'm sure, because Showdown is amazing. They'll come up with some format, and then you can still, like, the WWC wouldn't suffer, potentially, but there is that. People are gonna not have their favorite mons moved up. For me personally, I've already seen that Charizard's in the decks. Also, Mega Evolutions may not be a thing anymore, which is sad because Mega Charizard X is one of my favorite Pokemon, and I do like a lot of Megas. They're really, really cool. Z Crystals I could care less about. I really didn't care for Z Crystals that much, but, you know, Mega Evolution I'd like to keep. And hopefully it's like post-game, the Mega Evolution is available, type of thing. But there are some other mons that I've had since I was a child and started this. Like the first 2 games I ever played, Fire Red and Emerald. So I have my original Charizard from Fire Red, my very first ever starter, and I have my original Sceptile, my very second starter. And right now, Sceptile's not in the Galar decks. So if I can't transfer that mon has gone from Emerald all the way to Uso. I'm going to be very, very sad if I can't bring that up to Sword and Shield, because that is, like, one of my oldest and favorite Pokemon. It's one of my first partner Pokemon that I've taken care of for 15 years now. So I'm going to be very, very upset and very, very disappointed if I can't bring that thing forward. That's why I want to be able to collect every mon on every game. So hopefully they can patch Swish and get a national dex into it, or if this is just time for them to, like, get us a game, and then a year from now they'll have had enough time to get everything programmed on this engine, then they can release, like, Sword and Shield 2 or something, like Black and White 2, that sort of thing. And then we can have a national dex, and we can just trade back to Swish. Like, that's my hope. But I'm going to go ahead and pull up the Galar decks that we know of right now, and just hit on a few things so some people can see, hey, it's not completely gone. Like, obviously you have all those. Pikachu is, of course, there, because mascot has to be in there. Cinccino, I don't care about. Noctowl is nice. I'm very glad Noctowl is there, because I can get my shiny Noctowl from Heart Gold, Soul Silver in there, because that's one of my favorite Pokemon and most cherished, so I can get my Noctowl up. Vikavolt is there, it's another Pokemon I like, glad I can get that. Hydreigon's another mon that I like, glad I can pull that. Flygon. Lucario, I'm very glad I can get Lucario forward, because that's another one of my favorites. Very glad T-Tar is there, because hopefully Excadrill gets into with the sand area, because then I can still potentially run sand teams in Gen 8. Get Snorlax. Obviously all the evolutions make it, which I'm very, very glad. Zarina's there, which isn't bad for competitive. You see Beware, another Sand Sitter, Hippowdon, Hail, and Abomasnow. You get Rhyperior, which is another one of my favorites. Same with Steelix, same with Dusknoir. We do get Gigalith, another one of my favorites. Gengar line. Gengar is another favorite. See Jellicent line, Mudsdale, Butterfree. I hope Weedle gets up there, because Beedrill is one of my favorites as well. Seismitoad, another one of my favorites. Charizard, I really hope Megas come back, because this is another of my favorites. There's Hawlucha. There's Pelipper for some rain. Hopefully the Poly line comes in. Gyarados, obviously. Arcanine. Haxorus line. Ninetales. Hopefully Alolan forms are available, because I know you can transfer them potentially from Gen 1. There's Vespiquen. Bronzor, the Deersby line. Slurpuff's there. Galvantula. Duncan's favorite Pokemon. Obviously, Glalie Frostlass, there's Magnetric, Routes line, Goodra line. So there's not Mimikyu, there's not a lot of, like, there's a lot of good mons that are already confirmed up here. So, and Mew has been confirmed now, so Mew's not going away from competitive. But at the same time, there's still a lot of mons that I want to see make it up there, and I'll point those out. That would help me get through the games until we get the entire thing. Like, I need Venusaur, I need Blastoise line to be in there, Beedrill line, Pidgeot line, Nidos both need to get in there. Like, I need to see Nidoqueen and Nidoqueen available. The Poly line, like I said, Alakazam line needs to be in there. The Magneton or Magnezone line. Hopefully this line, the Magmar, Electabuzz, Jinx, well, not so much Jinx, but at least the Electabuzz, Magmar, and Scyther lines would be nice to have in there. Obviously, I'm just like, for Alligator, another one of my favorites, I'd love to have that line make it through. The Gligar line, I'd like to see make it through. The Hylos line, Kingdra, I'd like to see make it through. Sceptile needs to make it through. I'm not gonna do all of them. There's a lot that I hope to see make it through, but yeah, that's my thoughts on the E3 stuff and what's going on there. Thank you guys for watching. Please check out the links in the description down below. Twitter, Luca and Jaden, plus their deviant arts. Go show them some love. They do all the artwork for the Level Gaming server and channel and all that. Go check out the Twitch channel. If you want to watch live streams and all that, we're trying to get to that affiliate status. I hit the 50 follower mark. Now it's just the hours, view, and days that I need to hit. And what else is down there? Level Gamer Discord, best place to hang out with me outside these videos. So with all that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys next time.